Some faux chocolates, and how I'm going to do that is with lace. I've got a little piece of lace and my heart cutter set. I've got a fluffy brush here and this little guy for cleanup. I've got a color palette of micas, and then I'm going to show you how to mix a nice chocolatey color. So here is some burnt umber. This is Primo. I like to get this color in big blocks because I use a lot of it. So that's that, and I've got some black, and then this is Souffle, and the color is Cowboy. And that color is kind of a nice, maybe milk chocolate color all by itself. And I sort of felt like the umber color was too warm, and then of course chocolate isn't really black. But I'm gonna do one in just the Cowboy, and then I'm gonna mix together a bit of these colors to get a deep brown color, and then probably a little bit of black to deepen it so that I can get a dark chocolate color. So I'm just gonna roll these up. All right, so I mixed it up, and what I ended up with is using a lot of that black, so it was probably about 1/3 Cowboy, 1/3 burnt umber, and 1/3 black to get this darker sort of cocoa color. So now I've got my milk chocolate and my dark chocolate, and let's make some hearts. So I'm going to use my plastic wrap technique to get a nice clean heart, because one of the things I want to do here is stack this clay. I want my piece of chocolate to be a little thicker, so I'm going to do it out of 2 pieces stacked. And just be gentle with your 3D printed cutters, especially going through big lumps of clay like this. So the plastic wrap helps you get a nice clean cut, and it also kind of rounds the shape. See that? It's like beveled edges. And the reason I have this tool here is to clean up any leftover edges that happen sometimes when you do a cutout like that. Alright, so I've got my 3 hearts now. I cut one out of each, and just for fun I did one out of the plain burnt umber color. So I've got my mixed dark, my Cowboy color, and my burnt umber brown. And I've got my pink palette and my piece of lace. So this is really simple stuff here, but it looks cool. So all you have to do to create a really fun heart. Now you can press this down hard if you want to have the lace texture, or you can just lay it gently over if you just want it to be a mask. I'm gonna press it in because I like that idea of having the texture and the color on there together. And then I'm just gonna use a brush to put on some fun color. And yes, it is going to color your lace. I'm also going to do one with liquid Sculpey, and for that I'm going to use Punchinella because I don't want to ruin my lace with the liquid Sculpey and have it something I can't use again. And the liquid Sculpey would definitely get in there, and I wouldn't be able to use this piece of lace for anything but liquid Sculpey. So for that, I would say, you know, use something that's definitely reusable. Like Punchinella, you can clean the liquid Sculpey off of that. Now this is mica powder, and it is American, nice, cosmetic quality mica powder. So it's safe, and it's in this palette that's not tippable, so all your colors stay together. This is just something that we created so that we would have an easy way of storing and using our powders. But you can use any kind of mica powder for a project like this. Pearl-X powders is another name for it. Perfect Pearls is another type of mica pigment that has some resin in it that helps it stick to the clay. And basically what you get is this fun lacy looking thing. With the different colors on it, and then you can just bake it, and because the clay is sticky, the mica will stick to the clay. So there's one way of doing that. And then another thing you could try, like this one is very symmetrical. So I'm going to pick one of these flowers and put it right in the middle. And I don't know about you, but I've seen some really fancy chocolates at Valentine's time. So for this one, I'm going to use my Dewdrop ink. This is a Galaxy Gold Dewdrop, and the color is beautiful, and it's heat set. So you want to do this before baking. And I'm just pouncing it on right over the lace. And the lace just acts as a mask. And then what you could do, since this is actual cotton lace, is just take it to the sink and rinse it out with some soap and water, and most of that ink will come off. And because it's heat set, you could come back in here and you could maybe decide that you want to add a little different color to it with your mica, maybe in a couple different spots. Jazz it up a little. I'm always one for jazzing things up with color. And the mica will stick to the areas that are inked also, because the ink is not dry until you bake it. Okay, and then for this one, I've got some Punchinella here, and that is a small, it's just like a small stencil. So you can put that right onto your heart and press it down. You kind of want to get it stuck on there for this technique. Because I'm going to take some liquid Sculpey, and that comes in a bottle like this. This is liquid bakeable medium. So this color is gold, but I have my white in this unmarked bottle. So like a white frosting or glaze, or like a ganache. Just a little white flavoring on there.